This was presented a couple months ago during a workshop, and there was some discussion about back and forth, and we want to make sure we have exemptions for farm equipment and farming practices. We then had a public hearing about a month ago. We received more comments from the public. I know I worked with Brandon, we talked to Judge Culpepper down in Magistrate Court, and make sure we got her feedback, and she provided some additional insight. So this is procedurally, this would be what receiving all those comments and edits would be, and then it would be up for the commission to vote what they favored would be. So I'll just go over these quickly, and we're happy to answer some questions. So again, the purpose of this is a general noise ordinance to protect the public from noises. And we have some of the definitions we added here was that this is noise that can be friendly to audible. You might remember that one of the previous versions had looking at decibel meters and things like that. And after working on Brandon off the course, we thought that's important. So it's using a reasonable person would be too loud and reasonable. Commission, we added the definitions of agriculture, these were the definitions that we thought would make it clear that farming practices would be exempt, which I think was already protected by state law. We would have had to add that here to not foul anything. And again, this is just a general prohibition of loud, disturbing, or unnecessary noise within the limits of the county of be prohibited. Some of the edits you see here, I think originally we had it starting from 11 p.m. to 7. I think some of the comments that I think we all received was starting at 10, Sunday through Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday starting at 11. So both of those roll back 1 hour. And again, if you don't see any red line, I mean, no edits from what y'all already seen before. And then the last thing, I think, you saw here, we took out the decibel meters you use. Get a judge asked that be removed. And then the last edits here, we added some of the penalties will be no less than $25 and up to $1,500. And the reason that is that's what the magistrate court has authority to issue penalties up to that. So we're trying to be consistent with what, I'm sorry, 1,000, not 1,000. That's the authority the judge has in regards to her jurisdiction. So these are the edits. I think, again, this is to capture all the edits we heard and feedback we got from the community and some commissioners. So happy to answer your questions about this. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Commissioners? We can hold on it or we can let it die and then we'll just stay at the site. Hearing none, orders will stay at the site. I'm sorry. Yes, sir. Thank you. All right. None of the unfinished business that committee. There's going to be going to new business. The first part of new business is proven Lincoln and Appeal Road. I'm going to ask the board to let's table that. Let's table talking about that because I don't think we have enough information to make a decision on it. But it's up to the board. I think we need to table that for right now. What y'all think? I agree. So we met on this one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think we need to table that one. And also, I think we need to start creating the trash dumpsters right now. Did you ever do anything? Did you just want to go on? We're just working to merge and see. We have something that's our truth. So we had drafted something new, and then we're able to look at that, think of the old ordinances, and so we're around merging. So we'll have that together for the work.
The solar moratorium, which means that we want to delay the solar ordinance for 9 days. We prepared to vote on this, so moratorium is delayed.
And I just have a point of clarification. I think what it was in the workshop is there's a question of what y'all would want in moratorium and have to work to draft and present it. So I think, and I previously said I had on notes is what did y'all want to discuss about what you're looking at. One of it is how long the time period is 9 days, and then what do you want to pause, any future applications or future reductions, things like that. So I think as far as the legal standpoint, I can ask, what would you like us to look at and I can present on to vote on?
I wasn't unclear about the purpose of it, to be honest with you.
And I'm looking for direction too, so.
Yeah.
So.
That was one of my questions.
Well, I just let me look back to it when we had that time, and some things are very good and bad. Oh, it gives us 90 days.
Okay. My thought was the previous topic with the trash and the dumping ordinance. And we're just revising it as is. Can you do the same with any other ordinance?
That's right, and that's your police power and your legislative power to work and change and get your ordinances or create new ones like you just saw.
That's right.
So that's right. Historically, when I've had clients work on moratoriums, is to keep the status quo, whatever's pending or improved is there, the status quo that, and then we'll look at changing zoning laws or reviewing application process, things like that. So they say for X amount of time, whether it's 30 days, 2 quarters, I want to go a year, they want to review the data and look at different components of it. So I think you can change your ordinance next meeting if you want to.
Or could already.
Exactly. I think the moratorium, as I understood the purpose of it, was just to make sure that no applications could be submitted for rezoning that was linked to solar in the future. And that just gave the commission, that's right, it gave the commission time to look at the data points. So if that's something y'all want to do, that's where the moratorium will be helpful. But to your point, if you want to just change your ordinance, y'all can do that whenever that comes down. Hope that makes sense. But
So I would like to make sure before we, and whatever topic, moratorium, like, I feel like now you're under the gun, you got a clock going, and you better do what you said you're gonna do during that time. So are we here to take care of business in 90 days? I mean, whatever time, or we haven't said what time it is. So, I mean, you know what I mean? Is this something you typically draft?
yes,
You
that's
draft
right.
a moratorium?
We would draft a moratorium that says, here are the things that are paused. And again, what I've done for is receiving applications for rezoning, for permitting, zoning variances, things like that. All those things are paused for X amount of days. And that's how I want to see the direction that I was following, what I wanted. Maybe it's helpful if I just go ahead and draft it and say, here's what I could think y'all could do, and then y'all could pass it. But to answer your question, whether you, because I think your question is, yes, you would be on the clock to kind of do this data, and if you do nothing, that's your prerogative too, your commission, y'all can change voices or whatever. So it's just mostly to give y'all a runway to try to land the plane, whatever y'all as a commission want to do. But it doesn't mean you have to do anything, it doesn't mean you have to do everything. It's just gives y'all the space to do it.
But is there an additional order it's going to be added or took away?
That's right, yes, sir. So that would be the purpose, to give space to do all that. And as far as being ready to do it, we can present y'all wherever y'all like, and y'all vote, but just for y'all to do it. So if we can do it in 90 days, we can do it a little longer, a little shorter. It's just, I want to make sure I'm doing what y'all are asking me to do, so we can do whatever that is.
Okay, so I was doing 90 days out there. That was good. 90 days.
Basically, the end of January, it's about. What I'll do is I'll prepare a moratorium that kind of captures these things we're looking at, and then we're going to workshop if that's it. I'll put on it to guide it
first meeting in November. That's what we're on.
The no action tonight, we'll work on that.
Item number 16, I'm gonna actually be discussing in the executive session.
That was on the floor, that we asked.
Right. I would like for the board to consider, and correct me if I'm wrong, whatever. I would like for us to consider redistricting our county to have 5 districts as the school board has, and select a chairman among ourselves. The reason I'm asking for 5 districts, well, we can hire a county manager. Well, we need someone that, to manage our county on a day-to-day basis. And, I brought this up once before, and, going up for different reasons. But I would like for us to allow the attorney to prepare the legislation to get it to Atlanta before the session starts, where it can be considered. And you're like, if we go on and redistrict and how can I manage it? Either you got to keep up or you're going to be left behind. So it's time for us to take a step, bite the bullet, and go forward.
Would this follow the board of education?
Yeah, right. We just like the board of education, 5 districts. And we, then at that point, we will have 5 commissioners. And, I suggest that once we select a chairperson, be it male or female, then we rotate the chairman every year. Preside, and that's all. And, so we will rotate it from the meeting. But I think we need to rotate the chairman every year.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
Okay, for instance, if Mr. Paul were the chairman for that year,
Say what now?
if Mr. Paul happened to be the chairman for this particular year, then if he is only to vote to break a tie, then if there's not a tie, he doesn't get a vote for his citizens, they're not represented. How would that work? If you understand what I'm asking.
I understand, it's like now, the chairman votes in case of a tie. In that case, he would not have a vote I mean, that's why I'm going to rotate it every year. And I understand that that's a good point. That is a good point.
You could put that in language in there too.
Pardon?
You could put that in language and direct, turn it to
Yeah, that's true.
allow.
That's true. To allow the chairman to vote. That's true.
So his district would
That's true. Because all he's doing is providing. Yeah, he has no other voice, no more voice than the other commission, because he just provided over the meeting. Good point.
So if they all
Can we do that, Mr. Chairman?
So if you all vote, there will be a tie, so be perfect.
Well, if somebody's absent.
Right.
Yeah, somebody absent, that's what, we can have that in.
So can't nobody be asked?
Huh?
Can't nobody be asked? So he just wants more.
So can I ask a question since Ethan's in here? Ethan, what is the cost difference if they went that route or they kept the lines to where they are and still just have much more of that knowledge?
I don't have the exact numbers in mind, but by making the maps, match between the school board and commission, I would expect the cost to go down and to simplify the complexity of our current district combo setup for variations of ballots.
Yeah, I'll find the part-time.
Yeah, you
Serve the same way.
way.
Yeah, and then, of course, it's managed to be full-time.
It's something, we gotta start looking into it. And there's gonna be some pros and cons and things and so, but the board have to, hear the citizen and work it out. So I think we gotta start going. County manager's my answer. Well, I think it's my answer.
So it's rural things.
Yeah.
What I recommend is, there's a lot of ways to this cat to, for instance, in some counties, the commissioner can elect the chairperson, they do that every year, or sometimes that's good, there are a lot of different ways to do it. I think what we can do, we already had a presentation like this, an administrator and manager, that's very early. I think when we first got this team. So we haven't done that research, but to change a little bit of laws is a little bit of a different undertaking, and also to comply with election laws. What I recommend is we can go ahead and draft everything, basically do that with here, and present to y'all, because what we have to do is sign a resolution, this is what the commission is asking for, so we probably have a delegation, work with our local delegations, to drop the bill, and of course, your anniversary, simply meeting with the chambers, and also got to sign it. That said, let us draft another hearing, and work with the office to make sure what we're asking for, and then put it on that resolution to be sent to the delegation. This is what we're asking.
All right, well, okay.
Yay.
Conference. At this time, I'm going to ask for a motion before the executive session to discuss personnel and attorney responsibilities. We have some discussion. All in favor, vote aye. All this. Thank you all for coming. Welcome to sit around and wait on us. We're going to be in for a little while. Yeah.